It's your boy Omani. It's another reaction video, man. It's your first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming back. Now let's get right to this reaction on God in Heaven.
You are watching what cops say is a terrible crime committed by a brilliant chemist. First, he's seen filling a syringe with some sort of substance. Then he places the syringe under an apartment door. What was your reaction when you saw your neighbor injecting this substance into your home? Umar Abdullah and his wife had just had a baby. Almost immediately, they say, their downstairs neighbor, then a PhD student in chemistry, began complaining about noise. That's him skulking outside the apartment in Tampa.
After my daughter was born, right after we came back from hospital, he started complaining.
Then the family began smelling chemicals pervading the apartment. Everyone, including the baby, started getting sick.
She used to cough and subsequently used to vomit.
Air conditioning ducts were cleaned, plumbers checked all the pipes leading to the apartment, and the landlord even replaced the water heater. But the noxious fumes became overwhelming, and that's when the new dad decided to install a hidden camera. At first, the surveillance video caught just a glimpse of the suspect. The next day, when the camera was repositioned, this happened, and the terrifying truth came out. Initial toxicology reports from police say the substance being pumped into their apartment consists of two strong opioids, methadone and hydrocodone. The suspect is identified as Shu-Ming Lee, who got his PhD in chemistry at the University of South Florida. A promising future ahead of him, now in jeopardy for one incredibly foolish act.
My question now with this is like, why did this guy, this is a smart criminal, bro. Like, this is like, you be hearing about like dumb criminals. This is a smart criminal. But then again, it's like, bro, why didn't you just talk to these folks? Like, bro, like, I get it, you don't talk to them the first time, but you can understand they got a kid. Once they have a kid, you know what I mean? Kids are noisy. I mean, if you can't deal with that, you know, let the landlord, the landlady, whoever it is, let them know, you know, what it is, and they probably gonna move you. If they can't move you, you know, you figure something out. But like, bro, ruining your whole life with you got a PhD, right? And your idea to solve an issue is to go ahead and try to basically get these folks sick or murk them. Like, I don't understand what result he thought he was going to get from this, because like, I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I got a biology degree. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no PhD or none of that, but you know, I got a biology degree. So like, I can understand using my knowledge of biology to mess with people and all that good stuff, right? If I have access to the, you know, the ingredients I need. But at the same time, I already know if I get caught, if I try to do some dumb shit like that, it's over with. My life is over with. You gonna spend all that time going to school, learning so much, all that good stuff, just for you to come around, you know, use that knowledge to mess with people. I mean, first of all, we all know this is not right. But this is one of them smart criminal ideas where he thought he was being smart. You know what I mean? I just don't understand, you know, being a chemist, right? Or having that knowledge of chemistry. He knows the, you know, chemicals that can dissipate before, you know, they can find proof or whatever. But I'm very sure he didn't guess this was gonna put a camera, which was also dumb because, bro, most people have a camera now set up everywhere. So if you're gonna go ahead and do some crazy shit like this, some dumb stuff like this without thinking, like, bro, first of all, they just had a kid. I might murk that kid with these chemicals. You have enough knowledge to know what kind of, you know, so what kind of chemicals cause what and what. I just, like, my thing is, what exactly did he think was gonna happen? Because he think they were gonna get tired of the fumes and run away or something? I don't think so. Like, it's not, people don't really just do stuff like that. Like, I just don't understand what the outcome he thought was going to be for this. Because I don't think he really thought this true. He was like, you know, I thought, like, you know, he felt like, I got knowledge, I could probably do something to, you know, make them uncomfortable. But how they even going to know that it's you to, you know, so for them to stop making that noise? Or at what point did you think that this, like what end result did this man think was going to happen? Like, what end result did he think he was going to get from this? Because I just don't see it going. I just don't see it going well. You know what I mean? What, they going to get tired and say, oh, too much fumes, so we're going to pack out, we're going to move out? Or they just going to stop making noise because it's too much fumes? Or was he using the chemical, thinking the chemical is going to make them quiet? If they're coughing, isn't that going to be loud? It's going to be disturbing you down there? I don't know. I don't think he thought through about this whole thing, man. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think, of course. But I don't think he thought about this properly. Like, I don't, you know, he's a smart criminal, as in he got book sense, but I don't think he has street sense. I think this is the difference right here between book smarts and street smarts, right? He got book smarts, but clearly he did not have street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Like, Just think about this situation. Just like let's sit and think about the situation, right? It's like, okay, so you put these chemicals in there, right? And they start coughing. What if, I mean, let's assume they died from these chemicals. You know what I'm saying? With my knowledge, let's say I was the guy. With my knowledge of chemistry, I'm like, oh man, this is not enough to kill him. But they just had a kid. The kid might not react the way I think, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I'm not a biologist, I'm a chemist, right? But I'm gonna put this on here, you know what I'm saying? Make it uncomfortable for them to be here. But is that gonna make them move? Or is that just gonna make things more, sideways? And when people think about stuff, I think people always think of, a positive angle. What is the negative angle? What if these folks saw me one day, or somebody saw me when I'm doing all this, what I'm saying? What's gonna happen to me? My life is gonna be over. With all my PhD, all my degrees, all that, it's over with. So, like, I don't think he thought about it through. Like, what I'm saying? Because if I think properly about what I'm gonna do, in this situation, I get it, it's uncomfortable, but going this far, you just ruin your life. The PhD means nothing now. Because this is most likely attempted murder or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they're gonna, classify this on. But just know now, with that degree, you know what I'm saying? And now you got another degree in prisonology, goddamn. You know what I mean? You got a charge, bro. Like, you got a possible felony, right? You know what I'm saying? You got like something pretty serious. Who's gonna want to hire you? If they know you're gonna do stuff like, you can do stuff like that. You have a problem at work, or you just gonna, you know what I'm saying, put some chemicals on the person's thing, make him, you know what I'm saying, anthrax or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't think he really thought about this. And it comes down to the whole idea of people. We need to think, of course, have good hopes for stuff. Like, think of the positive that things, is going to happen. But also understand that the possibility is that there's a negative. You know what I'm saying? What if what I'm aiming for doesn't work? What is the plan B? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he thought about this properly. Maybe he was frustrated one day, got mad, whatever it is, decided, you know what I'm saying, F this, fuck them, boo, boo. But he didn't think through. This is why emotion is not the best thing to go with, especially with someone that's book smart. You should have gained some street smart, abilities type thing. Because if you had thought about this, street smarts, you'd have thought like, man, what if this doesn't work? You know what I mean? Like, what's the outcome? What's the possibility? Like, what could happen, really? You know what I'm saying? But, let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? This is just my opinion. I'm just, thinking out, you know what I'm saying? Of course, go ahead, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Check out my other videos out there. And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Stay mighty because we almighty. I am out.